Hello one, hello all. It is episode 46 of Fab Life with Lauren and Lee, season 2, of course, and we're back in the studio. Got a little G&T
We have.
as well. Unusual for us, isn't it? But we're treating ourselves.
Unusual.
Unusual for a couple of Huns to have a G&T.
Indeed, indeed. Well, Lauren, I've actually got a surprise for you.
What?
She has no idea that I'm going to do this.
I actually don't. What is it?
You're excited?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, also, you're in the Fab Life colours, I've just noticed.
I am.
The pink
This scarf
and the
is
scarf.
is
Has that been
made.
inspired for the artwork?
It must have been, yes, one of my favourites. I always forget that.
Well, we spoke about this last week. A load of people got a bit confused thinking that this is the 100th episode in our 2-year anniversary. It's not. It's next week.
Yeah.
So this is the penultimate. So technically our 99th episode.
Fantastic.
And next week will also be our 2-year anniversary.
Oh,
Can you believe it?
I can't believe we've stuck together this long.
Paniversary.
Our paniversary.
Podcast anniversary and also pandemic anniversary.
Oh, God love us.
So I thought, I'm going to get you a gift.
Oh my God, go on.
I'm going to get you a gift. I'm just... What?
He's just reaching down to his little bag.
Yeah,
down
for
there.
people who haven't seen, I've got us our own Fab Life merch.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So for the people listening, we'll put this on the gram. I'm just going to point it to my camera here. We'll pop this on the gram, and so this is our mug, Fab Life with Lauren and Lee, our logo, and then on the side, look here, you probably can't see. It says, "I'm a Fab Lifer."
Like, bring it right in.
Look.
Oh.
Oh, too close. But anyway.
Oh my God, that's so
I've got
good.
me one as well, and we can get loads. I've designed them myself.
Oh my God, you're so clever.
Well, it was from like a preset thing, but yeah.
Oh
So
my
look, let's pour them in. Let's pour the gin.
Our gins in.
Oh, I should have probably. Oh, they'll be fine.
Oh, they'll be fine. Don't
Okay,
worry.
we've had worse in our mouths, haven't we?
Yeah, let's be
So
honest.
now, when we come and drink, look, these disgusting plastic cups that are so not Fab Life.
It's like we're on a panel show.
We
You know
have our own Fab Life merch. Even Lucas, our dear producer, was excited to see that.
He was.
Should have brought him one, but I didn't. We'll sort it out.
Oh my God, I love this.
But yeah. So, yeah. And it says, "I'm a Fab Lifer." So, if anyone listening wants a mug, get in touch. Could probably sort you out.
We could probably sort you right
Yeah,
out.
it says Fab Life, and then it's on the little bottom there with Lauren and Lee, the logo. And then on the other side, it says, "I'm a Fab Lifer."
That is so cute.
Do you love it?
Oh my God, I
She
love
had
that.
no idea I was going to do that.
Do you know what? I was thinking I was going to get you a little present.
She was going,
next
"What's in the
week.
bag? What's in the bag?" I went, "Oh, something for later."
It looked like you'd been buying shoes actually because of the box.
Right,
I thought
right.
you'd just been like buying a new pair of trainers or something. Oh, this is even better. I was thinking about getting you a glass as well with it on.
Oh, lovely.
I know. Oh God.
Don't know. I don't need the glass.
No, only for here. So we don't really. I'm so glad I wore my pink jacket today. I'm like, hey, Brandon.
So yeah, we discussed this last week. We've got our 100th episode next week, and we've got our 2-year anniversary.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who sent in comments about the podcast. So good to read, like, when people listen to it. Like, some people are like, Thursday, they get up,
Yeah.
they go for a walk, and they put the pod on. And then other people, like, they'll, they might be listening.
Save them up for a car
They might
journey
fall
or
asleep
whatever.
to our dulcet tones.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already, do let us know, but we'll discuss that at the end of the pod.
Yeah.
How have you been, Lauren? We've just come back from a recording of lovely Chris
have.
Hall's podcast.
Yeah.
So Chris Hall, who was a guest a couple of weeks ago, loads of you listened and loved it.
Big influencer. Well, not influencer, social media creator.
Yes.
Comedian.
Yeah, content creator.
Content creator, yeah. Yeah.
But he was a guest on ours, and we've done like a little trade, haven't we? And now we're a guest on his.
I had such a delightful time. I can't wait to go back through his back catalogue and listen to all his.
I'm sure he'd like you going through his back
I don't
catalogue.
think I'm his type, actually. But yeah, I want to listen to all his other episodes because they sound just joyous. So
no.
go and listen to his podcast to catch up, ready for when we're on it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's called Unguilty Pleasures. With
So
Chris Hall.
if we talk more drivel, so we've basically been talking for an hour already.
Ran out of drivel.
Oh,
That's why
no.
we needed the gin.
What have you been up to?
Well, what have I been up to? I'm back on the baking scene. Shout out, actually, to all the Fab Lifers who bought dolly sticks off me. I did a little sale because I had some leftovers from an event, and all the Fab Lifers, we can rely on them. They swoop right in, getting the goods.
God love them.
So I had lovelier messages from them on the Fab Life Insta, and then on my Dolly Sticks Insta, they were like, thanks, delish. So cheers to them.
Oh.
I know. So I've been busy doing that, thinking about next steps for the business, you know, trying to get some
Those
dollar
KPIs,
in. Oh,
performance
yeah.
indicators.
Cosy Lives, babe, as well. Got me good. Got those small businesses good in Jan. And then...
Cosy Lives.
The Cosy
Jesus.
Lives. But also, Feb is busy. It's coming up. Have you got some social engagement?
I can't believe you just called it Cosy Lives.
Well, that's just like... Well, I got tagged in that a million times.
Did
Cosy
you? Yeah,
Lives. Yeah, because everyone was just like... Do you know what someone said to me the other day? And I loved it. Shout out to my friend Kern. Juxty P.
Oh, God.
And I was like, this is why we're friends. She was like, you know me, love a juxty P.
Oh, God. Well, juxtaposition was one of those words at drama school where we used to just say it.
Put it in an essay.
It'd be like, oh, and you know, and what we'll do is we'll have them as the devil and then them as the angel, and it really offers a really great juxtaposition. And it'd be like, Jesus Christ.
And then you realise everyone else has got a juxtaposition in their piece.
We love a juxy P.
Juxty P. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yes, so I've been working and getting ready for, you know, the social engagements that are to come now. Dry Jan is over. Not that we did. I think ours were rather moist actually, but
I've had a couple of really
tidal wave Jan.
Tsunami. Tsunami.
Anyone take
I went out with my friend Brenda, who was on Dry Jan,
and seeing this.
And I drank as if I was like, well, I'll get the ones you
were
would have
drinking
had.
her drinks, yeah.
So I went out with someone who's sober and got so wasted I had to be like taken home. I mean, that's not appropriate.
That's not
It's
cool.
actually quite scary. Like, there's been a couple of times actually recently where I have slightly like not blacked out, but just not remembered getting hurt. And it's actually getting to a point where I'm like,
bit worrying.
"Oh, it's me. I am the problem. It's me." Anyway, cheers, everyone.
A lot of people do listen to the pod whilst drinking a gin, we've discovered.
Have they?
Or a couple of, you know, something a bit fizzy or whatever.
Well, if you would like to drink your gin from a Fab Life mug, they're available in all retailers right now. Not any retailers, just imagine.
That'd be great. Yeah, I went out to some nice restaurants at the weekend as well. It was lovely. Loads of nice cocktails. Got quite drunk on Sunday night. So, you know I love a Sunday sesh, me.
Yeah, you do.
Because Mondays are my normal day off. It doesn't stop me having the anxiety, though, on a Monday, because I know the rest of the world is at work. So even though that's technically my day off, I'm like...
Yeah, no.
Do
you know what? I'm going to say this, and it's not a moan. It's not a moan.
Okay.
But I have been working a lot.
You have?
And so I haven't had a day off since last Sunday. Not Sunday just gone, the Sunday before.
Yeah.
And my next day off is Sunday. And
It's such a treat.
you know when you're like, I'm not moaning because I had a couple of years off. Not by choice. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I'd quite like a day off. I mean, a lot of my days, if it's loose women, are only an hour and a half a day. So I'm not...
Yeah, you put them long, long hours in, don't you?
Exhausted.
What, done by lunchtime?
But at the same time, I'm like, I just want a day to like just go...
Would you slob out?
Do you know what I want a day? No, I wouldn't actually. I think I'd get up. I'd like to go for a swim. I'd like to go to the gym. I'd like to go down Portobello Road Market and get some fresh flowers and some olives and just have like a nice little chilled day. So wholesome. And then I'd like a red wine. I'd like a Sunday roast. And then I'd like to have sex with someone.
Someone really hot.
It's tough finding that roast.
It is. I mean, all of that stuff sounds like a film.
Yeah, it does.
Is it Notting Hill?
That's how I live.
It is. You and your Portobello Road.
Oh, tell everyone literally what road I live down.
It's quite a big road. Walk, and you also
Also,
said,
I've like basically said it.
you just said I'd love to walk down Portobello. I mean, you didn't say you lived there.
Yeah.
Fine, it's on your gram. What have you been up to, Lee? I saw you were at Heart yesterday. Was that a gig?
This is hard. No, I recorded a new voice reel Yes.
How did it go?
It was good, actually. It was good. So I was recording.
Can you give any bits away? Like, like what adverts did you read and stuff?
Yeah, of course. So for anyone who doesn't know, a voice reel is if you want a voiceover agent, for example, or if you're doing voiceover work, you have a reel. So you'll do various different, think like a show reel.
Yeah.
So
but for your tones.
actors, but it's just voice. So I went in and it's a guy who works for Global.
Yeah.
So it was at the Global in Leicester Square. So Heart was just on.
Yeah.
And it was great. So I was there in like this recording studio, and he was giving like great direction.
Was he lovely? Was he a nice guy?
He was absolutely delightful. And so I did loads. I did surf. Perf with surf.
Great. Very camp.
Yeah. So it was like set in the scene, like it was a kind of camp. And then I did a cancer research one actually to really tap into that sincerity. I had to be sincere.
That
took the most time.
You do have quite a nice you do have quite a low voice though, actually.
I do, and there were times where I had to kind of lift the larynx a little bit and go into a bit of a higher pitch. But cancer research, I did one where it was like, we've had some amazing volunteers, but we need your help. And it was like, but there was the biggest note I was getting from him. He was going, when you say that line, you sound disgusted. And I was like, oh,
no,
right.
that's just my manner.
Yeah. And he was like, could you give it a bit more warmth? And then he was like, you still sound really disgusted when you say Andrex loo roll. And I was going, Andrex loo roll. It was quite bad. But so that's why I was at Heart Radio.
Oh my God, I love that. That's so good. Good for
So
you.
I'm waiting for the edit of that. Because he's so good. So he will literally be like, do it again, do this, do that.
How long did it take?
About 2 hours. And we were booked for 2.5 hours. But you should get one done. Honestly,
I should get one.
Lauren's voice, as everyone knows, everyone who says they listen to the pod,
I'm the one that sends you to sleep.
they're like, no, but they're like, Lauren's voice, Lauren this, Lauren that. I'm like, what about me?
About
Am
me?
I chopped liver?
Chopped liver.
But you do have that distinctive, and everyone, because I went in, because I don't consider myself really to have like a massively regional voice or a northern accent, even though I am northern.
You can ham it up though.
Yeah, but he was like, no, but you're not RP. He was like, and the worst thing at the minute is RP people.
Yeah, they don't want to. It's always
Everyone's after accents, and yours is such a strong accent.
I could ham it right
Yeah,
up.
you could do like, I don't know.
Put me in touch, babes. Let's make it.
Brand new cement mixers or,
Eddie Stobart lorries.
this new lager that's out. Ooh, come on, have a lager.
I could be the new what's it? Do you want a flake in that, love?
Yeah. Or you could be the laughing cow.
Well, I do actually laugh like the laughing cow. That's what everyone in college used to
Say
call
only
me.
from the laughing cow, then do the laugh. 3, 2, 1.
Only from the laughing cow.
Oh no, you're overthinking it.
I am. I have to genuinely laugh though. So it's like this. Listen, I did 2 hours last night. Listen, this is what it's like.
Only from the laughing cow. No, it's not that.
I don't think the voiceover person has to be the cow.
Well, they don't get a cow.
Yeah, but it's just some person who does like cartoon voices, isn't it?
Yeah, another voiceover person. They don't go, bring in the cows and make them laugh.
Do you know what? We'll save a bit of money if she can just laugh like a cow. It'd be great.
Only from the laughing cow.
Too much.
Sorry.
Oh, God. It's because we're drinking gin from a mug. It hits different.
I know. Don't you love it, though? Don't you love our merch?
I love that, like, if you hold it with your left, you're a Fab Lifer. So if we've got it in the office, you could be like, I'm a Fab Lifer. Then if you've got it at home, you just, like, have a Fab Life with Lauren and Lee,
Yeah.
It's great. I'm just describing all the ways you can use your mug.
But we used to bond over like radio real voices. We used to do terms and conditions apply, and I did have to do a T's and C's apply. And so
Did you have to do it that fast?
So it said in the script, T's and C's apply. But I naturally went, terms and conditions apply. And he went, oh, just say T's and C's. And I was like, I want to say terms and conditions.
I know how to do this.
Yeah.
We used to do that all the time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Regional radio is the best for that because all the adverts are like competitions or ring in or buy a car over the phone kind of thing. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah.
This has to be Bill pays permission.
£50 off dishwashers only at Lee's Furniture Shop. Terms and conditions apply. Must be over 18 to enter. Please ask the Bill pays permission. Really getting into it. It's hard.
But now you can just find the T's and C's online.
Yeah, T's and C's online.
Also, it just gets sped up, doesn't it? Which is a bit upsetting when you've been practicing for so many years how to do it.
He gave me a Snickers one to do.
Oh.
And I read halfway through.
No, you're not you when you're hungry. That's it.
A little bit like that. And halfway through reading it, I just went, I don't like it. But not in a diva. And he went, no, you're right.
Will he not
wasn't
pick
right.
all the ones that you did?
No. So he's amazing. So he comes with about.
I want to meet him.
He rings you up. He chats to you. You send him a load of videos of yourself.
Yeah.
Talking.
I was going to say off Grinder. Yeah.
And then you go in blind, so you don't know what you're going to do, because he treats it like a studio
real
space.
Yeah.
And then. And so he goes, I think this will match it, this will blah, 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 and then we'll get the contrast there. And then you have a maximum of about 6. So we recorded about 9. And I just said to him, cut out whatever you think and include the best ones. But I said, I do like surf.
Surf. Yeah, that's a bit of you.
Perf with surf.
I've not done one of them in ages because it was thingy, wasn't it? You know, the Cockney guy.
It was Danny Dyer, yeah, and I hated it. Perf with surf.
Be much better in your voice.
I know. Give me it, surf, please.
Bring it back for me.
So yeah, that was what I was doing.
That was work.
And I'm hosting a big quiz tomorrow night,
which I think I might pop along to.
Yes,
Lee.
I've branched into quizzing. I've branched into bingo playing.
You've always been a master of ceremonies, though, so I feel like that's.
I'm supporting the amazing comedian Steph Todd on tour.
You didn't tell me that, and I can't believe.
Do you want to come?
When is it?
This Friday and Saturday.
Oh my God, send me the dates. Where's it on at?
At the Bloomsbury Theatre in London.
Oh, that's a lovely little venue, isn't it, darling?
It is indeed. But we should probably crack on with some content for this podcast,
yeah, we probably should.
We? It's just turning into a catch.
It's just turning good. But that's what the listeners like best.
I know. They do.
The fab little lifers love that. So content for today. I wanted to talk about a bit of celeb goss because we're not into celeb goss. And I feel like probably our demographic, people think we probably are into that, but we're a bit behind, aren't we?
I like it when it's salacious.
Well, I've been getting into all this flowers, Miley Cyrus.
So what is that about then? So she's released this song, and I've heard it on the grapevine.
Yeah.
I can buy myself flowers.
It's basically the Bruno Mars song.
Is she talking about me walking down Portobello Road on a Sunday?
She is. She's like, I wish I was Lee. So she was married to Liam Hemsworth.
Gorgeous.
Stunning bunch of lads, aren't they?
Stunning. I went to see the Graham Norton show.
And was he on it?
And he was on it. Or it was Chris. I think it was Chris.
Chris, you'd know if it was Chris because he's Thor.
Yeah, it was Chris. And genuinely, right, this is no joke, he was there, he came out, and he spoke, and when he spoke, he had this real kind of deep kind of Australian twang, but he spoke, and I kid you not that if you go on the interview, you hear the audience laugh, because 50% of the audience, either gays or women, all went like this.
Oh my God.
Like there was like an audible, like he spoke and everyone went, oh.
Everyone like literally swooned.
And even I did.
Imagine being that stunning.
It was, honestly, I've never witnessed anything like it. It just like said something and we just went,
I mean, I normally go for very slim men, as you know, but
yeah, you do like a slim man, don't
bag
you?
Bag of remotes all the way. Told you that before. Bag of remotes.
What does that mean?
It means my friends. I got tagged in this meme like a million times, and it was basically like, I don't get why girls like skinny guys because it must be like rolling over in bed to a bag of remotes.
God.
And I was like, it's so true. And my friend Steph, who listens to the pod, hi Steph, she also is in a very long relationship with a bag of remotes. So we were always like, we love our bag of remotes, don't
Freddie's quite slim, isn't he?
He is. After lockdown, maybe not as much. He would admit that. I think he's really slim.
Hell. Thank God he doesn't listen to the pod.
Yeah. No, I think he's really slim, but he used to be like true bag of remotes. Like, because he's very cheekbony.
Yeah.
His cheek would just cut you in two, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm very lucky I found my own bag of remotes.
I used to be so skinny, didn't I?
You were proper bag of remotes.
Proper.
Yeah.
Like broken remotes.
Yeah, not that many. Just like rattling around in there, you know?
Yeah.
You're not. You're a beefy now.
Fucking hell, look at that.
Hemsworth.
Yeah,
you do the Hemsworth workout. That is a beefy arm right there.
What can I say? It's when you wear your 7-year-old niece's t-shirt. It looks bigger.
People go one size down, I go 3. Okay. Yeah, so the Hemsworth.
Right,
She
yeah,
was
so-
going out with the lower, lesser known Hemsworth.
I think it's still doing all right. For
He's
himself,
still, you know,
known-wise,
known as like one of the hottest guys. Yeah. So apparently he cheated on all these women. Like 15 or something.
15.
I know. And
How'd
he
you
hired
find
this
the
house.
time?
That's what I think. I know when you're in like a really successful couple, you're both everywhere all the time. But the admin that goes
Logistics and the lying. That's what I mean.
lying.
Keep just one.
You got to remember people's names. Like, it's a nightmare. But yeah, so she hired the house that apparently he hired to have all his affairs in.
Right.
And she's wearing the suit he wore.
So hold on. That music video
Is
is
shot in the house. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is next
So
level.
she's like, next level. Like, it's been a while. They broke up and no one really knew. And everyone was like, oh, that's such a shame because they were such a power couple. And then in one bit, she's wearing a man's suit. And it's the suit apparently he wore on the red carpet when he told her to calm down. And there's actual like footage of
I
it.
think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's a bit ludicrous actually that he's like, why do you have to show off all the time? He says something like that. So she wears that. And then she wears a gold dress and everyone thinks that's an Easter egg because apparently he snogged Jennifer Lawrence on the set of like Hunger Games.
Explain what an Easter egg is for the context.
Easter egg is when like...
Little hints.
Yeah, little hints. So people, like normally in like Marvel movies, they do little Easter eggs, don't they, to hark back? Or in like House of the Dragon, there's loads of Easter eggs about Game of Thrones, etc. And then fans go wild.
It's like a treasure hunt, little like you find the clues
To see what it's really about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she does a workout as well in it, which apparently was the workout he only did because he was shagging loads. So he was like being extra fit because he wanted to look good for all these 15 ladies. What's the other bit? And the lyrics are Bruno Mars, which is a song he dedicated to her on their wedding.
Wow. Yeah, because it's
like the reverse
I wish I'd
of that.
bought you flowers.
Yeah, and
Could've
she's like, I
held
can
your
do it all
hands.
myself, you twat, or whatever.
Oh, I love that. I will love the song even more there.
I know. It's such a bop as well, isn't it?
Such a bop.
She's not released a track in a while as well. What a way to come back.
I'd love it because that is. And what about Shakira as well? Because she's done something really petty.
Well, I
hasn't she?
wish well, then I went into a deep dive because the Shakira song, I don't know because I don't speak Spanish. So I can't. But obviously everyone's gone wild. Apparently it's the most watched Latin song on YouTube overnight. It like broke records.
Do you know what
for pop
really
songs.
makes me laugh? It got longer and longer. It's the most watched Latin song on YouTube overnight after 7 p.m. if you have subtitles on and you're from Rochdale.
Oh my God.
It's
She
like,
must be joking.
wow, she has broken records.
It's like when we were in Japan's comedy podcast chart.
Oh, stop mentioning that. We're massive in Japan.
Absolutely huge in
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Followers in Japan. We have quite a few actually. I don't know why the fuck they listen to this shit, but anyway, but I told a few people and they were like, you could have told me then that you were in like the same thing like really long because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Nothing.
No, we were. We
Big
were
in Japan,
We were in the
babes.
comedy podcast charts in Japan.
I know. Poland, we've been in them as well.
Poland.
Ireland.
I've been in a few Polands. What? Doesn't make
Work on
sense.
that one.
Doesn't
Work
make
on that
sense.
one. Anyway, Shakira, right? So she released this track and she did the same thing where she was like,
Yeah, what was it?
oh,
though?
we've released this, joint statement. Basically, he left her for a 22-year-old. Old Gerard Piqué.
And how old
And
is
do you know how
she?
she knew? Do you know how she knew?
How?
She come back to the house or whatever.
Oh, I did hear this. Yeah, what was it?
Jam.
Jam.
He doesn't like jam.
He doesn't like jam, but there's jam.
You
in
wouldn't
the
be
cupboard.
using the jam in the house, would you? If
You
you were
wouldn't.
the mistress. you'd be picking
Not
up
if
your
you-
knickers off the floor and you'd be running out of there.
Not if you want to preserve that relationship. Thank you.
Maybe she didn't.
Thank
Maybe
you
she
very
knew.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Sit down. Sit down when you're listening to this. That doesn't deserve a standing ovation.
Do you know what else she did, which I think is fab if you don't like your mother-in-law? Because, you know, like that classic stereotype of not liking your mother-in-law. She put a 10-foot witch
Yes.
overlooking her mother-in-law's back garden or something.
Yeah.
Which is just hilarious.
Well, I quite like Shakira.
Me too. I think it's she's coming out on top because he's bitten from the lyrics. Where Liam Hemsworth, I don't think we've heard of him, but PK. She says something like, "You traded in a Ferrari for a Pinto or something, and you traded in a Rolex for a Casio." So we went on this it wasn't a podcast. It was
Poor
something.
Casio.
I know. Well, apparently Casio's stock dropped or something after he wore one.
What?
So he took his Rolex off and he was
Oh yeah, because didn't he do a picture with the rubbish car or something?
Well, he turned up to work in one. But
so
he looks petty.
they're playing out. They're goading each other
Yeah.
via the public eye. I
Yeah.
love that though.
I know.
I'm there for the drama.
I know. Well, he just looks worse for it, I think. I'm like, let her have this. You know, you've left her for a 22-year-old.
Well, listen, we don't know the ins and outs of it.
No.
You know.
Be smarter about it. He's just, going out there. She can just say it's a lyric.
So she walked
Really,
in.
she
She's like Jessica Fletcher. So she walked in and she found some jam. And
Why is
so
she looking at the jam? Why is she looking
Well,
at the
she's
jam?
obviously opened the cupboard trying to find the peanut butter, and there's jam in there, and she thinks, "Hold on, I didn't buy this jam. Why would he buy jam?"
Fresh knife marks.
But was no one staying overnight? Was he not oh, we had a guest, someone came over?
I think she must travel a lot because he's based in Spain for his football team.
Right.
But his whole family
also,
must have
why would
known
you
if they
buy-
live next door as
But
well.
this suggests that something must have been going on for a long time, because if you were just having a one-night stand, or if you were getting your little bit of, whoever on the side,
Yeah.
just over for a quick, how's
She knew
your
where the
father?
jam cupboard was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you wouldn't go, "Do you want me to get you some food in?" "Yeah, I'd love some jam." Do you know what I mean? You'd come and you'd have sex, and then you go, "What do you want to eat?" And she'd go, "Oh, I'd love a jam sandwich." You go,
Yeah.
"Well, we don't have jam in the house." So he's gone out and bought jam.
Yeah.
But it's odd.
Pig. Jam eating pig, honestly.
Oh God.
I just don't know how, famous people, I get it. Because maybe if you get famous and you get all this money, you can then just have affairs because you're just surrounded by beautiful people all the time. But they're busier than everyone.
Well,
I just don't.
not necessarily. Actually, they're not
Well, he
busier
goes
than
to-
everyone.
Well, he goes to practice constantly, and then he'll have all massages and all that.
Who is
shite.
he? I don't know who this person
He's
is.
a really famous football player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they practice. Yeah, they will have to train a lot.
Yeah, and then he'll be doing interviews and shit. I just don't get it. Same with Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, well, listen,
Although he's not in as
celebrities
many
that are busy,
films.
and then they have a load of downtime where they can fuck around.
Yeah, where he hires the thing because she's on a world tour. Fuming. But I love the pettiness. And then I was trying to think if I've ever been that petty.
Are you a petty person?
I don't think I am really. I feel like maybe back in my dating days or, younger boyfriend phase, I probably did stuff. Thing is, I'd always get away with it. I might plant a seed.
What do
It'd
you
never
mean?
be obvious. I'd do something to fuck them off if they'd fuck me off.
Yeah.
But they'd never know that I was the fire starter. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Okay.
I'd never be
You'd cover your tracks.
yeah,
So you wouldn't buy jam.
I wouldn't be buying jam.
No, you'd.
If you do shit
you'd
like that,
get
you
the
want to
little-
get caught.
You'd get the little samples of jam
I would.
from
From the hotel that we'd booked.
Yeah. From the
Ring
Toby
them.
Carberry or whatever. Carberry.
Down the Travelodge. Yeah,
Down the Travelodge, you'd have picked up a couple of jams.
I would have.
Yeah.
Bomb them on. Who am I kidding? They don't have bomb them on.
I love nothing more than being petty.
I know, it's right up your
Absolutely,
strasa.
It's so up my strasa.
Yeah,
With my ex-boyfriend.
you would.
Oh.
You were like, listen.
Well, actually, no, because
want that
he
2p
was
back.
spiteful at times. So, I remember he once, I won't talk too much about him because I don't want to waste my energy on such frivolous.
And we know they're all listening. They love an old listen,
No, I don't
don't
think he
they?
is, actually. I think he's given up. I've slagged him off too much.
Episode 2.
he once did ignore me, actually, for the whole day. He went away to a wedding, and I'd said something drunk the night before, kind of a bit frivolous and a bit like that clearly annoyed him. And he ghosted me for the entire day. I was like, what the fuck? And then he admitted it was basically because he was angry at me. But I always remember being after we'd split up, it was a very tumultuous time in my life. It was my first ever breakup. Can I get a oh?
Oh,
thank you.
Thanks, lads.
And so I wasn't very good because I was like 29 at the time. So I was dealing with like being broken up with.
It is hard to know what road to go down, actually.
Yeah.
For your first breakup, because you're like, am I going to be...
I haven't felt these feelings before. And when you're,
exactly.
16, 17, 18, you kind of feel validated enough to be a bit crazy. So I was being a bit like, ugh. And anyway, I'll never forget being on the phone to him. And I was like, so angry. I was like, you're this, you're that. And I ended up basically like shouting abuse at him, like saying that everything he'd done, you're a this, you're a that, blah, blah, blah. Like, and it got to a point where he just couldn't listen to any more of me telling him how terrible he's been. So he hung up on me. And then I rang him back and I was like, how could you be so cruel to hang up on me? This is the worst. Like, I'd just been calling him a see you next Tuesday. I'd been saying he was the worst person in the world. He hung up on me. I was like, you have taken a step too far. Like, I was fully. And I look back at that and think, God, I was psychotic.
Well, I always think whenever you have an argument as well, if it's over the phone and you hang up, or someone tells the other one to like fuck off or something, you've lost instantly.
Yeah,
you've
used
lost.
to annoy me.
Even if you're winning.
Because it's like, oh, whatever. Like,
but you'd be like, I would never hang up on you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I did. And then I remember,
I would never tell you to fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What a low blow. What a low blow.
I can't even remember what I did because I was so hammered.
What? That's really hurt me. That's really hurt me. Like, they could have had an affair and you could go, oh, fuck off. Wow. Okay, we're doing this now. Conversation's over. And it's like, no, you're just trying to get out of the conversation.
Yeah.
So I remember as well, once we were having a bit of an argument and this is me being like a petty little bitch. And he'd basically cheated on me. And so he'd done all this and whatever. And I was like, yeah. And I went, well, why did you do that? And he went, well, I guess you could say, and I was so like heated up. I guess you could say it was, the grass that broke the camel's back. And I went,
you fucking idiot.
I looked at him with pure disgust. I went, the grass. I said, what? And he went, it was the grass that broke the camel's back. Well, then when he repeated it wrong, it riled me up so much. And I went, you stupid boy. And I was like, the grass. I was like, it's not the grass. That's not the proverb. Ick? And I was literally like, the grass. And he was going, well, my sentiment still means the same. And I was going, the grass. Anyway, then like we patched things up, and every time something happened, I'd always go, well, it was the grass that broke. Like, it stuck with me because I'm like, it's so petty. It was so trivial. But I was like, grass.
Oh, no.
Get your fucking proverbs right.
That's an instant ick for me, shit like that. When someone gets something
It's like saying, oh, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the foot. It's like, no, what the fuck? That's not the saying, you moron. I think I called him a moron. I went, that's not the saying, you moron.
And then he was like, I'd never.
And he was like
that.
Yeah, please show me some respect. I was like, well, get the fucking proverb right. So we'd moved on from him cheating on me. I was more angry about the proverb.
You get more angry at like the way you're talking to each other, don't you? That's normally what happens in an argument. Fantastic. Oh my God. Speaking of petty, actually, my mum's gonna hate this. But when she was 45, I think. Oh no, maybe she was 40. My dad forgot her birthday. Oh. And she got us up, me and my brother. She took us out for our lunch because she was fucking fuming. Mm-hmm. And she got a bed sheet, right? And she hung it on the garage. And she put, today is my 40th birthday. My husband forgot, whatever. No. So out of character for Sandra, but she was.
If it was her 40th, that's her massive.
I think it was her 40th. I think it was like, because we were in like, I was little. So I was in, but me and my brother still remember that. And she took us out so that when he came home, we wouldn't be in. So he got home, saw the sign. So the whole street knew that what a terrible husband he was. been?
That is full on petty.
How funny is that?
Wow.
It's so out of character for my mum, that as well, and
I
she'll be
love it, though.
mortified that
I
I've just
love it.
said that on the pod. But I love that because I'm like, that's fucking hilarious, because she must have been fuming. I don't know what he did. I don't know the rest of the story, but I think he must have gone out and bought like 1 million red roses. And
I know someone who knew someone that was who knew his partner was cheating on them. Took him out for a meal. Sat. Real 3-course meal, like gorgeous, romantic meal. Played the long game. At the end of the meal, the bill came. He plonked down his money. Was like, I know like reeled off everything, and then said, "This is me walking out of your life." And walked off like a film.
That is like a Brookside or something.
Which is coming back. Well, it's not coming back. It's repeats.
Oh, it's on STV or something, isn't it? Is that like Welsh ITV?
I don't know.
We won't be watching it.
Anyway, this has been really, really disjointed.
You say that every week. I think it's been a classic. I think it's been a classic Fab Life with Lauren and Lee ep.
Really? Do you think we're going to get messages being like, favourite one yet? Favourite one yet?
Normally.
I hope so.
Oh, if you've been petty, please drop into our DMs, Fab Life Pod on Instagram.
I'm not going to clip any of the bits about me being psycho with the boyfriend because
No.
I don't think that would bode well.
No, me neither.
Still single.
Still single. Hashtag Despo. But yeah, if you've been petty or anyone's been petty to you, I fucking love these stories. So drop into our DMs
pettiness.
on Fab Life Pod on Instagram, or comment on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube as well, and let us know, because
Do you know what I love about pettiness as well? You remember like being with your sibling. So if you was
it's
like
sibling shit, isn't it?
So
That's
if
how
you
you
like
learn.
sat, and I'm going to try and describe this for the listeners as well, but let's say like your mug was slightly over their side, they'd like move it a little bit, and you'd be like, you move it back, and then it'd be like moving, like you don't want anything on your side.
You can't be petty in an adult life if you've been an only child, because that's where you learn. How to really get on something.
Well, I'm a middle child, so
you've double whammy.
only boy, middle child.
You've got a lot of issues.
Really, I have.
Such a juxtapy.
Nice callback. Corley Pete.
Golly bee. Love it.
Anyway, listen, I've got to go. I've got shit to do.
All right. Fab Life. We're over there.
I've got shit to do. I've got to go to an event and I've got to buy a packaged sandwich from the Tro's to eat on the tube before I get there.
Fantastic.
Otherwise, I'm going to be wasted.
Yeah.
Look at our mugs. Do you love them? What a surprise. I can't believe I kept it secret.
I can't.
I know.
You little treasure.
Thank you so much. Next week is our 100th episode and it is our 2-year anniversary.
Yep.
What a journey we've been on. We're going to hopefully plan a special, maybe a bit of a longer episode. We'll talk
Slightly
about it.
longer. Yeah, we're going to read out your lovely messages. So tell us how you listen, where you listen, and if you've got a favourite moment on the pod, and we'll read them out on the 100th episode as well.
Yeah. Until then, this has been episode 46 of Fab Life
With Lauren and Lee.